Now that you're familiar with what the application process looks like, we'll take a closer look at the application itself during this movie. There are 7 pieces to the application: your contact information, your highest attained education, the experience verification, which consists of 3 parts. We're going to pause here to discuss this more thoroughly, since this is the most complex piece of the application to complete. First, I'd like to point out that the 3 verification processes must be filled out for each project. So if you have 5 large projects that meet the experience requirements, then you will go through the experience verification 5 times. If you have 20 projects, then you'll go through it 20 times. Let me give you a peek at the information for each. Part 1 is fairly straightforward, which is the company background and information that the project was under. Part 2 requires that you document the total hours spent for the project within each of the 5 process groups. As a reminder, it's not necessary to touch on all of the 5 process groups for each of the projects. And I'll take a moment to show you part of the application. Don't worry so much about the text that you see on your screen. What I'd like to show you is the format. What you'll have is the 5 process groups, and each of the 5 process groups will have subcategories under it detailing project activities. What you'll do is you'll place the total number of hours for each of those subcategories, total them up, and then to the right of the process group, you'll place the total number of hours that you spent on the process group. This third part asks that you summarize the tasks performed for each of those 5 process groups. What they're looking for here is a brief description of what you did in that project, and they are very limited as far as how many characters you type, so it is important to be brief. If you go to PMI's website, you can download a PDF copy of the PMP or CAPM Credential Handbook. Inside of this document, you'll see the paper application, which you can use as a guide so that when you begin your application online, you're well prepared to provide all of the detailed information. Let's move on to number 6, which is your project management education hours. This is where you document the courses or classes you've taken to meet your contact hour requirements. Just a reminder for CAPM applicants, if you've completed the experience verification section and meet those requirements, this piece is not necessary. Although if you've taken the courses and have the 23 hours, this part is easy to fill out and won't work against you. And the final page is where you will request special accommodations or a language aid if needed. And this is also your signature page for the application. Of course, if done online, the entire process will be virtual. And that closes the overview of applying for the exams. Again, I recommend that you prepare the information in advance to make sure the application process moves smoothly and to make sure that you do a thorough job. You'll find an Excel document in your work files called Project Experience Documentation to help you summarize your project experience.